Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. So I'm back at one of my favorite places, Dinorwic Quarry. The first time I was out here, I was shooting 4x5. The second time was digital, but with the 4x5 camera on that trip, it was a brand new one, and I ended up having some issues with it, just light leaks and stuff, and I've been telling myself I need to get back here for a bit of a do-over. I was actually up in North Wales for the past couple days, doing some other work. Today was going to be a travel day home, and had some film left, and last minute I decided I was just going to bomb over here and spend the rest of the day. So gonna head up to one of the kind of top levels, have 2 images in mind that I want to make today, and then we'll leave the rest of it open. But good to be back here. I remembered how crazy it is, but there's nothing like being here in person just to really kind of see how like immense and next level this place is. I mean, you really do just forget how wild this place is. Everywhere you look, there's something different. Tunnels and, you know, narrow gauge railway in there still. So much to see here. Okay, I just got up to the middle level. It's so wild up here. This is really popular with climbing, which is probably not too surprising. There's no one out here today, probably because the weather is not awesome, but where I want to go is up there. So there's the old like workers' hut, has the stove in it and stuff. I want to make an image inside, but one of the things I'm trying to do with 4x5 is be a little bit more reactive and shoot a little more with it. I did actually on the trip that I was out here for originally, but even like thinking back to last time I was out at Dinorwic, I think I shot like 3 sheets or maybe 2 sheets because I just overthink it so much. It's almost like I don't want to waste a sheet on a bad image, but I want to be more reactive even today. So this scene right here is pretty cool, and I think that's worth framing up and shooting. So gonna get set up. Okay, so gonna go 105 here, which is becoming one of my favorite lenses for this camera. It's really nice, not too wide, but a little bit wider than 135. So this is really cool. Right now my composition is this kind of arch to the right, and then keeping this old building in, and then hopefully if the clouds move, we'll see some of the mountains in the background. All right, so happy with composition. I think I'm gonna shoot this. I was gonna wait a bit longer and see if anything changed in the background there, but I think this is probably as good as it is gonna get. So for metering, I'm gonna go f/22. I'm just gonna meter the green grass in the scene, and I'm getting 1/4 of a second, and if I meter the brightest part in the sky, it's giving me like 3.5 stops over, and then the shadow areas here of this tunnel are like 1 second, which would be about 2 stops under. So that sounds very good to me. So we will go f/22, 1/4 of a second. Lens is good. Starting to be able to see the mountains in the background there, which is kind of cool. That's one. All right, so I was just packing up and was gonna start making my way up to the next level, but I found another image here that I've just set up for. It's this scene here, which is really kind of neat. You have this old metal pipe, and then this huge kind of slate wall that's getting reflected light, and then obviously, you know, in the distance you have some fog and mist and stuff. So this could be a neat one. The light hitting that wall is really cool and could help with some kind of contrast in the scene. So yeah, talking about being reactive, I'm gonna shoot it. This is one of those scenes that's just like impossible to know if you're level or not. You have this sloped or angled wall, and then you have this kind of curved line of the hill in the background and this angled pipe. But I think we're good. I'm just gonna shoot it because my lens is getting killed here. 1/4 of a second, f/22. Looking good. Yeah. I don't think we're changing much. That is 2. So just have to take a quick break to talk about the sponsor of the video, which is Squarespace. So I've been using Squarespace for quite a while now, but I recently decided to do a complete website refresh, and I've always enjoyed the clean professional templates they offer, but this time I decided to use their recently launched custom builder called Blueprint. So Blueprint allows you to build your site from scratch, but it also provides you with layout options, color palettes, and font pairings, and then it gives you complete control over everything, allowing you to easily change things like gallery styles, image sizes, add thumbnails, drop in new content blocks, or add professional features like an online shop to sell your work. So check out squarespace.com today, sign up for a free trial, test it out, and when you're ready to launch, you can use my link below to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. All right, made it up to the top to this hut. Really interesting in here. It's very old, pretty trashed, but I'm assuming this is the original stove. Really interesting. Some like old shoes over there on the windowsill, and then just people carving their names here for who knows how long now. So I think I'll start here. It's a frame or two. I love the window light and how it illuminates that stove, so I think this is, yeah, good place to begin. So I think framing this is going to be a bit of a guessing game. With a 5.6 lens, how dark it is, it's yeah, pretty difficult to see anything here in the ground glass other than just the window itself. So composition is just on a bit of an angle here. Love how the window light's kind of defining or edging that stove there. And then the diagonals of the rafters there. Very cool. Like I said, a little bit of a guessing game though. So I'm spot metering that back wall, which is giving me like 1.5 seconds. The white wall, but I want that to be obviously a little bit brighter than middle gray. So if I spot meter the floor, kind of below it, which is getting some of that window light, it's saying around 3 seconds. So I might go with that. This window is going to be crazy. It's coming in at like 1/8, the brightest part on the window sill. I'm not worried about the window itself. So it'll be bright. It's okay though. Probably help if I set my shutter speed, not to 1/4 second. Cool. I think I'll do one more here. I think I like the other side better. on a bit of an angle, but I'm gonna shoot this anyways, because I also like this. Okay. So very similar to that last one. I think I'll stop down to f11 for this just because I'm kind of head on. But other than that, I think we're good. Close the lens, f11, we're still on bulb. So I'm probably gonna be around like 6 or 8 seconds now. The same thing as last time. Yeah, I think 6 seconds for the floor back there. Bulb f11. I'm gonna go 6 seconds. Reciprocity timer is saying 9, so we'll give it maybe 10 just for fun. Okay, it's actually pretty nice out here now. The rain has stopped. I'll show you around though. This whole area up here on this mid-level is really fascinating. There's one image over here in particular, but I think I'll probably make a couple while I'm here. Again, sticking with this theme today, spontaneity. Just tons of crazy stuff here though. I'll show you. So first off is that ladder. Without getting too close, it goes straight down. No thanks to that. All this stuff though, these huts over there too, but then this is the one thing that I wanted to come and photograph. This huge old pulley on this cable, which is still here. Really wild. It goes all the way up there. Okay. Weather's cleared up. It's actually pretty nice out now. Still a little windy. Lost a bit of that mood that we had with the mist and the rain. But it's definitely more comfortable to work in. So got something framed up here, nice and low, kind of have that pulley up in the air above the like horizon line of the mountain, whatever you want to call it there in the background. And just gonna wait for a little bit of this light to break, and I think we'll shoot it. I really like this scene. So FP4 still. I'm gonna go F22 and 2/3, so F29, just because I have a bunch of this foreground grass. Quarter of a second. It's been the magic number all day. Spot meter this grass again just to make sure. I'm not worried about that sky too much, and that's saying a quarter as well. Cool. Happy with that. All right, so just waiting for the sky to break a little bit here. See if anything more interesting comes, which it looks like it might be. This will be number 5, and then I'm going to do one more frame here. It'll be 6, and then I have one more holder. So I'll see if there's anything else. But I mean, even still, I've been here for a few hours. It's way more progress than the last time I was here with the 4x5. And like I said, just trying to be more reactive and less kind of precious with it. Even though I've been shooting large format for a few years now and I'm very comfortable with it, I feel like it is the type of thing, since you know it's more expensive, where at least for me I can overthink it so much to the point where I'm just not making anything. And I think you have to make images, obviously, you know, especially if you're new, just to get comfortable. That's like for sure advice I would give to anyone who's getting into large format. But even after that, just because it's not like every single thing you make is going to be good, you have to, you know, experiment and kind of go with your gut and try things. And if you aren't shooting, you aren't going to be making anything at all, anything bad or anything good. So I think, even shooting with like a cheaper film stock, if you go with like a Fomapan 100, obviously FP4 is a little more expensive, but I think it's important, even when you step up to a larger format, you still gotta make a decent amount of work to find the ones that you really enjoy. So something I've been trying to remind myself, and this trip has been like the other days I was shooting on this trip, but even today, you know, if I come out of here with 8 frames in a few hours that I feel pretty good about, I'd consider that a win. Obviously I haven't seen them, you know, maybe I won't enjoy them that much, but 8 solid compositions that I feel pretty good about. Yeah, and it's just more fun because you're shooting. I think I'm gonna go for it because I'm keeping in mind too, I keep forgetting, like I'm on a 105, so my frame does extend past that kind of huts over there, so I will have that bright sky in there, so we're gonna go for it. Cool. Okay, one last image here, and then I think I'm gonna start making my way back down. And yeah, I'll shoot anything if I see it on the way down, but I'm gonna finish with this one up here. And you know what's funny is I was talking about all the images I've made so far today, and I actually forgot that I shot a couple different ones down there. I shot that arch, and then I also shot the slate wall, and then I shot these up here. I've kind of lost count, but yeah, anyways, forgot about a couple. We're gonna get this ready and try not to step in this nice fresh pile of goat shit beside me. So this might be difficult to see, but that's the frame right there. Center framing this pulley up in the sky, kind of fits really nicely in between kind of the hill and the old building. So this could be cool. I'll silhouette it probably. I'll bring it down in post when I'm editing it. But I like it. It's funny, I almost didn't come back here. I was just gonna drive home. I think it's, I've been here and I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to shoot there again, but you forget with places like this. I think it's because this is like the most well-known kind of abandoned quarry up in this area, and it feels like, yeah, one that maybe you don't want to go to, but then you come here and you're like, oh yeah, there's a reason. It's just like next level. Anyways, enough talking. I'm gonna shoot this. So I actually ended up shooting 2 more frames. I didn't film much of the process just because starting to lack energy, but I wanted to use up the rest of the FP4 I had, and that's 9 sheets total today. So a very different feel compared to last time I was here, and really happy with a bunch of the stuff I found today. The compositions, obviously I gotta go home and develop the film and see how it looks, but yeah, I'm satisfied. You know, it's always a good day of photography when you feel completely satisfied and you haven't even seen the images yet. So yeah, happy I decided to make the random visit here, and good reminder coming back out to this place again, just how incredible it is. You know, I've been avoiding it a little bit just because it's so popular, but yeah, I need to get back out here. So much depth, so much history, and I honestly don't think you would ever run out of things to photograph here. It's pretty wild. Anyways, right now it's time to get on the road. Got like a 5-hour drive home. Gonna need some coffee, but anyways, thank you for watching as always, and I'll talk to you soon.